everybody, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. We're continuing on our Bretonnian campaign. Now, before we get into this, I must say I must heavily apologize. Multiple things. Last week, there wasn't a lot of content. Just had 2 Bretonnian videos out. That was because me and my family went on a little bit of a vacation for a week to South Padre Islands in Texas. So I was gone, and I only had time to record the 2 Bretonnian videos and schedule those. So that's why there was no loop hero or anything last week, and why the videos have kind of been shorter lately. And the second thing, which I have to apologize for, is as I was trying to re-get my dwarf campaign up to date and stuff, I decided to go through and delete all my old saves that I've had for like 6 months because I was getting some weird issues. And within my infinite brilliance, okay, as I was deleting old saves, I accidentally deleted the entirety of my Bretonnian campaign save. So I have been rushing to get this one up to date instead of the dwarves. The dwarves are close. I should be able to get them done, hopefully this week. And so here we are. In Bretonnian 2.0, it really sucks. I was a fool. Literally, as I hit delete, I panicked and was like, oh no, that's not good. And tried to see if there's any temporary files left of it, but no, they're all gone. So yeah, there's that. I heavily apologize, but I have gotten to around the same area. I have Bordelot, Confederated, we're on turn 110. Chaos has come, and they're starting to beat up pretty badly over here. Unfortunately, this time around, we didn't have as friendly of a campaign as we did last time. The Empire got basically completely waffle stomped, just got completely bitch slapped by Manfred over here, along with Rakarth and the Northskins, and just a whole bunch of very unfriendly people, and they just lost basically everything. They already procced their Empire in Flames, Last Stand. They just have like a weird mishmash, hodgepodge of territory left still. Most of their factions are dead, and Chaos is just sweeping through the undead now. And I don't expect Manny Fred to do very well against them. I just got Rakarth wiped out. I have 2 armies up. I have Bordelot Confederated. This time, the Fey Enchantress has actually just, completely gone ham and launched a blitzkrieg across, basically everywhere. She owns 2 Empire provinces, actually. All of Paravon. She owns her province. Some stuff down here in Astalia. She's just killing it, man. Which is really surprising. And as for my campaign, it's been okay. A lot of frustration. Rakarth actually was a nightmare this time. Despite killing him multiple times early in the campaign, he still continues to be an issue. I got his capital province completely razed to the ground, but he is still just pumping out doom stacks left, right, and center, man. It is rough. But nonetheless, we are continuing on. I am starting to get these confederations up. I got this whole line done, and I'm finishing up these. I got some of these researches done. And yeah, so I apologize. Right on the eve of a really cool errantry battle, too. But such is life, such is the way things go. And you have to live with the cards you're dealt. So here we are, and we're going to try and get back to some semblance. Chaos is coming, so we really do have to get ready for that. And we're very close to getting up to top tier stuff here. He's something. But Lowenkur is good. We're here to try and wipe out Rakarth. Maybe finally get him dealt with. That would be cool. Karlberg shouldn't be an issue. I don't want this land, though, so I'm just going to raise it. Get some more chivalry. This time around, the chivalry's doing a lot better, or 920. I didn't lose all my settlements multiple times over. Like last time, so that's good. Now let's see if there's any of these I want to get. Now, it might be worth doing our errantry quests here now anyways. Geez. That increases his leadership. I thought that was charge bonus. Yeah, I mean, that makes him a monster. If I can get, like, Luan Kur up to over 1,000 weapon strength, that would be insane. Yeah, we can get that one. Undertake the quest. Let's see what we got. So we got some Norse skins. Alright. So this is the basic errantry quest. We'll try and get these done, at least. So that way it's not too different from last time, but definitely some other stuff going on. Okay, let's see. You to increase your health pool. Alright, perfect. And I mean, our army is just like fine to go. And we can probably move up and take out Wemsmund too. They have an army in there. No problem. Honestly, this is a really powerful army, and I don't see how they can even hope to really win this. Okay, at least Rakarth is finally, like, you know, we're getting through him, finally. With his capital province gone, we're now closing in. Definitely upgrade Artois. And should hopefully be able to deliver that coup de grace, that killing blow, sooner rather than later. I'm going to send my army up over here, and we'll try to get rid of these vampires, because I don't like them being around here anymore. I think they have quite outlived their welcome here. I do want some more weapons. I really wish there was a way to, like, trade or buy or still, like, make legendary weapons, even if you're not one of the special factions that does it. Because it's cool, it's thematic that the dwarves can craft these, like, legendary stuff, and because it's kind of what they do. But every faction creates legendary weapons and such. So it just kind of sucks. You can't even, like, buy them or anything. And finding them is just RNG. It's completely random. If you do get it, who knows if it's going to be a weapon, an armor, an amulet, whatever. I hope more factions end up getting that, especially in Game 3, but we'll see. The Game 3 game footage came out early this week, last week technically, when this comes out. And that was pretty cool. Very excited. Kislev and Khorne looking very nice. I cannot wait to get my hands on that game. That's going to be so good. Coming out later this year. Probably another, like, half a year until release, but still very excited, very excited. I love Warhammer 2, but thank you, Kyan. I appreciate the Steam message. And, oh, okay, Skull Raiders. And yeah, I love Warhammer 2 to death, but I've played enough of it, and would definitely like some extra stuff, especially all the new factions and stuff. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do our errantry quest here. Ooh, look at this army. A lot of horsemasters. That's actually pretty good of the AI. And we'll go ahead and fight our errantry battle. I'll see you on the field. Oh, look at Luan Kur. Beautiful on his mount. On the beautiful Bayquis with his legendary armament. I love that cape, dude. Capes are just really sick. Any badass character has to have a cape. I think that's just kind of like the rule. If you don't have a cape, are you even, like, cool? I don't think so. Anyways, here we are. The army build is pretty similar. There are some slight differences. I have a little bit more cav than I did last time, but that's okay. The Norskins are going to have a very rough time with dealing with this much cav. Their horse masters are pretty good, but the AI does not know how to use them correctly, so I don't foresee them being too much of a threat. Now I gotta decide, where do I want to set up here? Because, like, the center isn't really a good place for cav, because we get that combat malice whenever we're fighting in the woods. Any large unit does. So definitely want to make sure we stay aware with that. Probably get out a little bit of a wide formation here with our men-at-arms spearmen. Norskin berserkers and marauders are just going to completely overrun them. That is okay. That is the duty of peasants. Okay, and we're going to have you guys on the right, on the left flank, you guys on the right. Okay, and the game plan here is just like with every Bretonnian army. Just cycle charge them till they dead. And of course, just have Luan Kur just absolutely obliterate them. have you guys push out here. Maybe hide in the forest. Our Blessed Field Trebuchets here, ready to fire in upon the enemy. And I don't see any Berserkers on this flank. There are some on the other side, and Berserkers are like tailor-made for killing Bretonnia, man. Name a more iconic duo than Marauder Berserkers and like Bretonnian peasants. Oh wait, they're just super good. We'll want to throw some in and get those Marauders with great weapons down. Just like soften up the infantry at least a little bit. There's the Berserkers. Just so that we don't break as quickly. Now, I wonder if we might be able to get a sandwich on these Marauder Horsemasters. If I can pull these guys around to the flank, lure them in to my Knights of the Realm over here. Let's see if they fall for it. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like they are gonna play the skirmish game, so we'll pull back. We'll pull back. They're definitely gonna fall back, most likely. Okay, definitely shoot those Marauder Berserkers. The Berserkers are dangerous AF. Okay, that is not the fight we want to take, so we are just going to not. Archers fire into those Berserkers. You guys come down. And let's see. A nice wind blast here. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The Curse of the Midnight Wind. We're going to throw down our Leon Kerr and his goons. Get our questing knights ready to move up. And those Berserkers are just getting wrecked. Do the Sword of Corone. Just pop all his buffs here. Make that center engagement just a nightmare for them to deal with. Knights of the Realm are going to push around the flank. Get into those javelin throwers. Trying to use my Paladin to group up the Berserkers so I can get a nice charge in, but they're just not having it. Leon Kerr and the Hippogriff Knights are just terror routing everything here, and with a rear charge from the Questing Knights, it is just not going in Norska's favor here. They are not liking this whatsoever. Which is to be expected. I mean, there's only so much you can do when a terrifying monster charges in like a Hippogriff. Now we're just gonna completely murder these Berserkers here with a beautiful sandwich from all of my cavalry. They have popped their Berserk ability from being in combat for so long. Yeah, they are just not gonna enjoy that. There's very few things that can survive a double charge like that, and Marauder Berserkers are not one of them. These questing knights can just come back. Really, we just gotta focus these guys down with range. Trebuchets. I like fire into them. These Knights of the Realm going still. We might be able to like pincer these guys. Okay, their lord is dead. Oh, this is a beautiful sandwich here. Definitely try to get these Marauder Horsemasters down. Horsemasters are really good against Cav. They got that nice bonus versus large and pretty decent weapon strength. I mean, 75 on the skirmish Cav is really good. You guys are on guard mode, okay. So yeah, they are very good. When I play as Chaos, I usually keep them in my final armies with all my chosen and stuff, just because it's such a nice way to counter any large units, especially if you go to like fight elves or something. If they brought dragons or dragon princes, they can really help turn those fights for sure. I don't think there's much left to shoot at here. Everything should be pretty much routing off now. Chase down whatever's left, finish them off, and there we go. Pretty easy win, but it's just the first Errantry quest, so to be expected. Alright, there we go. The Norskins are seen off. Send them back to their foul longships. There we go. And we have our first errantry quest completed. Now we should be able to go straight into a grand errantry quest, which is also very good. But we'll probably want to heal up for that, make sure we're at full HP. But I definitely do want to do that since we couldn't get it last time. So yeah, for sure, once we're healed up, we got our Wood Elf friends taking over this. Oh my god. It's got 2 of these cauldrons of blood just hanging out, just chilling in our lands. Okay. Definitely need some more money. Move you to Gisserex. And let's see. This army isn't too great. I just got it to finally upgrade. I have had, like, just phenomenal issues with economy. Yeah, okay. No, not what I meant to hit. Thank you. This time around, it's just been very bad. It's just one of those things that Bretonnia struggles with a lot. Is just making, like, a lot of money. Because your buildings don't. You have to specifically build and synergize economy buildings, which, you know, I just have not been able to really do too much. It's sad because a farm makes the exact same amount as any resource building, which I feel is a little bit weird. That just a regular peasant farm makes as much as like a dye maker or a salt mine or an iron mine or anything like that. And some of them don't even give any money, like pastures and furs and stuff, which I always find weird. They give you the trade income, I guess, but yeah, it's weird. Anyways, I definitely could be speccing some more of these places into economy, and I probably should, but I don't want to push my public order too hard. Okay, our Wood Elf friend is just going ahead and colonizing all of this land, which is interesting. Look at that. Dude, all those casualty recruitment bonuses, they're worth it, man. They really are. For you, doesn't really matter. We're getting close to max levels for most of this stuff. So we don't have to worry about it too much. Now, here we go. We can now go on to the Grand Errantry Quest. The King of I think we've already read over this. We're up over 1,000. Ooh, a Tomb King's army, huh? Oh, God, this is scary. Tomb Scorpions, Bone Giants, Sepulchral... yeah, you know the one. Oh, jeez. He doesn't have a lord yet, which is very interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we just gotta go for it. Now, the balance bar really likes my odds, but this is actually going to be a nightmare. Tomb Scorpions are really good. Shop D, Great Bows, Bone Giants. They got some powerful stuff in here. So this is going to be an interesting fight for sure. And look at those scorpions. Man, if I was a peasant, I saw one of these things tunneling through the ground at me, I would definitely just run away. I wouldn't even try to fight it, man. I mean, look at it. It's arcing with energy. It's a living statue, dude. And it's a gigantic scorpion. I mean, can you get more terrifying than that? I don't think so. Now, luckily, the enemy do not have a lord on their side yet, because I attacked them too early. So that is one big buff that we have against them, is they don't have any leadership bastions. So terror routing and stuff is going to be very good. Now, they can't run away. They can't really rout, I guess, but they can crumble. And that is important. We're going to go ahead and get our control groups ready here. And we might just try a direct approach through the forest this time. Because that is going to bog down their tomb scorpions and stuff. And I think that's more important than whatever minor malices we might get on my cav. Definitely want to keep our boys spread here. Because a lot of terror on the field for them. We do not have a Grail Reliquary. So we don't have that immune to psych for our front line. Definitely got to be aware of that. Unfortunately, trees are very bad for artillery. So I got to put them on an island to themselves, basically, over here. But I got a lot of fast movers, so it shouldn't be too hard to protect them. And I'll try to just distract most of them with my front line here. Okay, now let's see. Those bone giants can rack up a lot of damage for sure, but that's why we got the tree cover on our side. Another tomb scorpion. I want to get those guys done with. I want to stuff up the charge of those chariots. Now let's see what we can do. If we can isolate some of these guys. Now those stalkers over there, very good against large. They have some really good missile attacks. In melee, they're not as strong. We'll have to use that to our advantage for sure. But if they can get in a nice volley from behind, they can absolutely destroy, just absolutely destroy our large stuff. Okay, I'm gonna send up our boys now. Archers don't have a lot of great targets, but I mean, focus down on the stalkers. Get a nice Curse of the Midnight Wind over here. Very big. Overcast it. We want to win that decisively. Bring you guys around here. Let's go ahead and pop buffs. Just too many buffs, and you know, I can't be microing that every 10 seconds. So we're just gonna pop them. Questing Knights coming up the center. They can just bust through chariots. Chariots are not gonna have a good time. Okay, we gotta charge into that. I mean, look at the damage. Look at that damage, man. It is insane. Pop our buffs, but luckily once we get into melee, we can mess them up pretty bad. Send Luan Kerr into there. Pop the killing blow there. Let's see what other things we can get going on. They don't really have any blobs for me to exploit. This is like all. This is all elite stuff right here. There's actually a pretty good army from the Tomb Kings. Alright, sweet. One Tomb Scorpion is down. Well, I think that's actually two of them. Got our Questing Knights to try and help turn this fight. I mean, this is getting brutal, though. I'll try to get a rear charge off here. Okay, we're breaking through. Now we're going to try and get into the back line here. And see what we can do. We got to shut down some of those bone giants for sure. Let's get a nice cycle charge in here. You always want to be cycling your cavalry. Oh, brutal. I mean, these guys have 90 charge bonus. That is just insane. That is very brutal. So when they come in off the charge, they are going to be hitting like a Mack truck. Throw you into combat too, just for posterity's sake. And we want to get a surround off on that Tomb Scorpion for sure. Though it doesn't matter too much because their animations will probably just get them out of it anyway. Pop our buffs here. They got some chariots coming in to support. Okay, another stalker unit. Sepulchral stalkers, I think. I think I finally figured them out. Being finally driven off the field here. You're not really where you want to be with with halberds, but you know, you're just helping out the melee fight, and that's kind of what matters here. Pop a Curse of the Midnight Wind onto you. Got another pop of my vow. Ready. Uh-oh. You don't want to be there. Nope, nope. Go, run. Questing Knight's doing very well to just kind of tank up on the center. Beating up on those Tomb Giants. Or Bone Giants, rather. Not Tomb Giants. Okay. Trebuchets, I think you've done about all that you're going to. Taking a while to tank through these guys. I mean, they are just monsters, for sure. Chariots aren't that big of a deal. They can't do anything against cavalry. That's not where they want to be. That's not the targets they want to be fighting. But these Bone Giants, I mean, even surrounded, even, you know, by Hippogriff Knights and Luan Kerr himself, they are putting up a good fight. But they too will fall as the army disintegrates into dust. The Tomb Kings will return to their graves, and we will send them off and be victorious in our errantry quest. For Bretonnia, for the lady, and for the fate of the world itself, really. There we go. Last of them are driven off. Alright, bam. And there we have it. Our grand errantry quest complete. We'll execute the captives. And bam. We now have both of our errantry quests complete. Now, those are some pretty good buffs to have to our whole army. I mean, Luan Kur he has insane weapon strength right now. That is going to chunk through even like the most tankiest of lords, which we're gonna need. We're gonna need it to fight off Archaon and Kolek and Sigvald and all, and just the whole crew, the whole menagerie of chaotic pantheon champions. So we're definitely gonna need it. It's very good to have. Bordello, man, kind of disappointed in what the AI gave you. I get Rally, I guess, but very good. Luan Kur's army is looking very nice. Only thing it's missing are Grail Knights, which we're not quite there for. I got 3 more turns until we get our population surplus high enough in order to upgrade Corone and get those final buildings. Meanwhile, Chaos is making progress over here. They've made it to Kislev, which was owned by the Vampire Counts, but is now just all Chaos portals, just all across the land, letting all sorts of creepy crawlies in, and we need to make sure we're ready for those.